Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. Today we continue the FL Studio series right here at BusyWorksBeats.com/FL Studio. Today I'm going to show you how to make some internet money style melodies and beats. So here's what it sounds like, the melody. All right, so let's talk about internet money sound. So there's different sounds. There's Cody, there's Nick Mira, there's a Taz sound. There's, I don't know everybody on internet money, but Nick Mira basically pulled to the forefront the guitar sound over trap drums, with Juice WRLD as an act, Lil Tecca and all them. So taking that approach, we're going to use Xenology. There's a preset called Plug and Play. It sounds really good. And the key is to use fifths. So shout out to Nick Mira and all them. Shout out to Cody. Shout out to Taz. Shout out to Side Piece. I forget if he changed his name. I forget everybody on the team, but shout out to them. So we're using fifths here. So this is just take a root note, in this case a black key, and then count up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nick Mira reminds me of Prince, by the way. I meant to say that. Shout out to Nick Mira. So it goes 1, 2, 3. It's the rule of 3. We teach this in our music theory magic course. Just go to busyworksbeats.com/music theory magic. There's a reason why this all works. It's 3 notes, which are 7 semitones away. And then there's 4 sections of that. 3 plus 4 is 7. Okay, so all we're doing is going downward. Okay, to create a sadness, go downward, okay, in direction. So we're just copying this structure, this dun, dun, dun. We could just copy it, paste it over here, it works there, paste it over here, it works there, paste it over here, it works there. So rock introduced something called the power chord. Basically, you're playing the root note and you're playing the perfect fifth together. It's called the power chord. Very ubiquitous in rock. So what I'm going to do to kind of keep that drony sound is drag these notes out so that they overlap. That's the one thing about guitars you have to understand, is that the body of the guitar keeps ringing out. It doesn't just stop. And because they're overlapping, it creates a nice tension or harmony, depending. So right here, I'm going to actually cut this one short because it rubs, start to hear the tension here. So it's pretty simple, the guitars. Once you learn what a perfect fifth is, you're like, wow, that's it. Yes, it's really that simple. But also it's the rule of 3. Okay, so now let's add some drums. We're not going to spend a decade on drums, but the main thing here is that we're going to separate this muted guitar from the elongated guitar so that we have 2 different sections. So we have one that's the drony guitar. And then we have one that's more pluck-like, and that's to add to the bounce. Okay, so let's go to our browser. We're going to load up some drums, and I will give you the project files for free if you go to busyworksbeats.com/FL Studio. I'll leave all these links below, but basically you can get these project files for free. Let's start with an 808 first. I'm going to go to our Discord, which is discord.gg/busyworksbeats. We basically have 120 of the top 808s that I've sorted out. So let's figure out which one we want. Now you have to determine, what is the 808 doing? Is it there to bounce? Is it there for tone? Is it there? What's the 808's purpose? Tonal 808s are more long and not up and down. Okay, whereas bouncy 808s are more up and down. There's a lot more curvature to it. Here's a nice 808. So in this case, we're going to use this as an impact sound. We're going to hit Control L. Okay, let's go to a new pattern, and we're just going to record the note. We're going to hit the metronome, record notes and automation, and just use your typing keyboard. We're going to right click, layout piano, right click C, right click 4. So I'm just using my comma to play it like a kick drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, 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 boom. We'll change the notes later. 1, 2, 3, boom. Pretty simple. Now let's go in here. Let's hit Control Q, and let's hit Control Up to hear this. So now we can hear the tone of the 808. We want to go dum, boom, 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 like that. So let's go up another octave. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this note, hit shift down to transpose. I'm gonna go dun dun. So we're just following that melody. So I'm just gonna copy this over so we don't have to keep drawing that in. And then hit control down to pull it back down to where it was. Now we need some hi-hats. Internet Money was also known for creating the, or known for using, I should say, maybe not creating, but using the technique. I'm gonna give you guys a hi-hat here of like, what do you call it? Like glitchy hi-hats that had a lot of pitch dives and a lot of stuff. So let's open up a new pattern here. And we're gonna start off with like that. We're gonna right click, fill each 2 steps. Right click, fill each 2 steps, boom. That's kind of boring, that so let's add some glitches in here to kind of speed this slow feeling beat up and give it a modern touch. So let's first mark where do we want the hi-hat rolls. Let's just start there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, roll, 1, 2, 3. So let's, every time I want to roll, I'm gonna drag the note out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, roll. Okay, so I'm gonna delete the note, hit Control L is another shortcut to drag that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so that's where I want these rolls. Let's hit Control Shift and select. I gotta cough real quick. Man, my throat was dry. Okay, highlight these, hit Control Shift, left click, highlight those, hit Alt U to chop them up. You could change the time multiplier here. We can even chop up the chopped up sounds. Again, let's hit Alt U and then change the time multiplier. Okay, now let's add some bounce. Let's add a lower pitch hi-hat. So 1, 2, 3, tap, tap. 1, 2, 3, tap, tap. So now we're thinking about our hi-hat as if it's like multiple instruments. Okay, now let's go to the bottom here. If you don't see this, grab the ellipses at the bottom, left click and drag. Go to the control section and let's switch this to fine tune pitch. Now we can right click, and every time we have a hi-hat roll, we can actually pitch it down. These are called pitch dives. They use this now in Yeet Beats, but Internet Money made it more popular. Another thing you could do is use the filter and cutoff resonance. There's no rules, but what you can do is lower your filter cutoff and then raise your resonance. It's going to exaggerate the tone. Now you got to like work with the cutoff frequency here. So let's do like this. Okay, so it adds like a lasery, watery sound if you listen closely. Okay, so that's how you add like more tonality to the hi-hats. Also, you can pitch the hi-hats down. You don't have to leave them at the core pitch. Okay, so now from here, it's just the basics, your claps, your basic trap sounds. Once you have the guitar and the hi-hats, everything else is pretty much just like vibe. Let's go to our Lunch 77 drum kit. We have all this stuff linked in our Discord, by the way. And let's go to Metro's drum kit. Let's get a clap. So everybody loves this clap for some reason. In these newer genres, they just use the crap out of this Roland TR-808 clap. You can pitch it up, you can pitch it down. So we're gonna put the clap on the 3 and the 7. Turn your metronome on, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2. You've heard the clap a million times. I'm gonna pitch it up a little bit. And you can add more reverb to your guitar if you want. Lastly, let's run all this through a pretty soft clipper. You could use T-Rack's classic clipper as well. We're gonna add an EQ to boost the volume going into the soft clipper. Let's turn the hi-hats down. Let's start sending stuff to the mixer because send these guitars to a different track. I'm gonna create a reverb. You don't have to do all this work. I'm just doing this for the video. Valhalla. And you will get the project files for free, so no worries. Let's send the guitars to the reverb, just so they fill in more space. Again, this hi-hat's usually one of the loudest elements in the leveling. All right, so that's the vibe. You will get the project files for free. Just go to busyworksbeats.com/FL Studio and shout out to everybody from Internet Money. Peace.